Hi, welcome back to the other side. Um, when I walked into the film, I have lost count of the number of times I've seen it, and I thought, 5 minute dekh ke then I'll be done, and I couldn't move. And literally, it's a film that belongs to the writer. It's literally a film where it's a talkie in the truest sense, because there's everyone just going one up the other. It's like, and it is like we speak to each other. So it's almost like Shoojit and you, I know you work together so much. I wanted to start with you because you also had done Wiki Donor, which is also about bodily excretions. Then comes this one. So I was wondering, where does the flow come from? And what did you, I mean, what did you both of you must have talked about the casting. I also will then ask you about the question that I had asked you a couple of years ago, and we will go back to that loop again, but we'll start with you. Juhi Chaturvedi.
I, you know,
Right.
first of all, I can't even tell you what a beautiful 2 hours I've had. I saw this film after 8 years, and there were so many small little nuances and moments, and you just forget them, and it brought back so many of those writing memories, the shooting memories, and all of
Were
that.
you on set?
I was on set.
Okay.
Yeah, but. Vicky Rona, of course, was one moment, and that idea came, and I called him up. Uh, Piku was many discussions. It started with, what if we do a father-daughter story? I don't know if you remember, we were thinking that father and 3 daughters earlier. The first thought was that, and then it came down to one daughter, and. Problem kya hai? Problem is that he's just old, and why is she the way she is? Because she wants to live a life, and is this reason good enough to make an entire film? But the more we look around, or the more discussions we had, we thought that let's just not, talk about it. Let's just start writing it as it comes, because it had to be an understanding of people who are probably in similar situation, or our observations of relationships, of whether it's father daughter, whether it's father son, whether it's husband wife, whatever it is, understanding of family dynamics and how it works. And there's nothing right and wrong about it. Are there any plots in it? No, there's no plot other than the fact that they have to go to Calcutta. That was one task that I sort of gave myself, that let's make them travel somewhere. Other than that, it's just in-depth understanding of family. And that came from multiple discussions that we had, and it was just about writing it then.
Right. So I think to me it's a combination of many things. It is a father-daughter relationship. It's a road movie. It's a film that is about Bengalis. It's a very Bangla film, and I think that's where Shujit, when you were talking to me about this film, and about how it all came about. But before we get into that, I just wanted to say that 2012 with Vicky Donor, Ayushmann Khurrana, it was his first film, right? But this one was like everybody on top of their game. There was Amitabh Bachchan and there was Deepika. And the Deepika and Irfan's combination is literally, it just blows you away. Just so much magic sizzling over there. And of course, Irfan. So all of them, all of these great artists, like coming together in this. It's also a chamber piece, because there's not, I mean, apart from the fact that there is a lot of road, but they're all confined in rooms or in cars, and they are like constant back chat. So I want you to then tell us a little bit about how the film came about.
Um, Good afternoon, everybody. Uh, I mean, after 8 years, you're still tolerating Piku. I mean, that's wonderful. uh, yeah, I mean, it was just for Irrfan that I came here and I thought. Um, so in terms of the film and how it's all came together, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm fortunate enough that they all agreed. Because in the beginning, I think they were all confused that what this film is all about. Because if I would have given them the script, I am surely that they would have said no. So I had to perform all the characters to all of them. I would go there, and when I was pitching, I was acting, and I remember Mr. Bachchan and Irrfan. Everybody had many questions. So then I realized, मेरे को acting करना पड़ेगा अभी. So then I used to perform for them, and then that's how we all came together. And for Irrfan, just after Vicky Dona, I knew Irrfan from NSD, Delhi days, but then he called us, and then after watching Vicky Dona, he called me. He says, "I want to be part of your cinema." So I think so that's how we connected. I said, "Acha." So then he called. He dropped into my office. So he came for just a cha and jhalmuri. He just came. So all that happened. So we were thinking where we can cast him also in the film. I don't think that anybody would have done this particular character, because if you actually see, there is nothing. There is nothing in this apart from Irrfan. You can only see Irrfan there. So for us, Irrfan being there was almost like a boon, for the film. If he wouldn't have been there in that particular Rana's character, I don't know how this film would have turned out. Because he's that silent observer of these two characters. He was silently observing this Piku and Bhaskar, like an audience, we're just watching, and he's just wondering what the hell is this family all about. He did that for us.
I don't think there would have been a film if he hadn't been there.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's what I feel. So I think it's all. That's how it's all. Like I remember, Mr. Bachchan had many questions about. He came back from London, and I think he called me and he said, "Ki, Shoojit, I want to meet you." I went there. I met him. And I saw the script. There's all, flipped there, marks, written. I said, oh shit, every page. So I said, how am I going to do this? So then he read this scene. Then I said, sir, 1 minute, sir. Let me just do this. Then I performed the scene in front of him. And he was looking at me and then said, that scene to samjha diya. Now next scene. So then he said, oh, acha, that's how it is. I said, sir, yes, that's how it is. It is nothing. It is a constipated character, irritated. So I don't think we went ahead with that discussion. He said, okay, I'm in. So, that one thing happened. So that's how, even with Deepika also,
Yes.
with just 2 scenes reading and a performance in her, she came from some shoot at night, 12 o'clock. I was waiting. And she just came in just with some pajamas or something. As soon as she walked in, I said, that's Piku. So it's a what? So I said, then I performed the scene. And then she was almost like that.
Which scene did you perform?
The first scene itself. Okay, Baba, just go. Ho jayega.
Okay. Sutapa, I want to bring you in at this point. Yes, absolutely. For this film, Irrfan had let go of a very big Hollywood film. And by that time, he was a hugely renowned international actor. And he had done so many big films before, but this was a Ridley Scott film, right? The Martian. And what was going on in his mind when he was doing like, should I not? Was there some kind of a,
Of course, he weighed it down. But I think one reason was Deepika. Let me be very, very frank about it. And yes, of course. Because, he also felt that he was a very, very romantic person inside. See his expression, and that was what is Juhi's film about. it is not about saying I love you, right? So, and it kind of suited his personality so very well from within. So then, and I think he in life was not a plot person. He never imagined I'll go from here in personal life, I'm saying. And again, Juhi's film was about that there is no huge plot. It is about just people traveling, from one journey. So I think he loved that feel of a film which is just a story, which a story you tell people and you just listen to the story. You don't wait for a dhamaka anywhere. And I really give it to Shoojit because today, nowadays, if I may say so, with all these plot-heavy films, you are more tired and exhausted than enjoying a film. Like how we used to. Now his films are about sukoon wali film. Which I really, really have to give it to Shoojit, that he has brought back that storytelling of stories, the flavor of stories. And of course, Juhi is like who can reject somebody for constipation? That Juhi can only think about. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I remember when Sutapa, you and I were talking for the book that I wrote, which is how I got in touch with Shoojit. I mean, after many discussions over the years, but this was a reach out specifically for Piku and for Irrfan. I remember you talking to me about when you met him, and we're in the National School of Drama, and there was so much of everyone, hanging out, and he never said "I love you." He never said that, but it was just so. Is that?
Yeah,
I remember
because
that.
I was watching today, and I saw that torch wala film in this, and I just felt it was such a familiar body language.
That's what I
from
wanted to
person
find. Yeah.
To this, I just suddenly felt, oh, he's the same man. When I'm just getting little irritable, why he bolta kyun nahi hai, but nobody will say anything, So that's yes, I did. We
बाद
had,
में तो बोला होगा.
उसने कभी नहीं बोला I love you.
Yehi.
In 30 years.
In so many years. That's what she told me.
I think he said it 2 months before he passed. He did, yeah. So, yeah.
चलो ठीक है.
Okay, deep breath. To come back to you, Juhi, when you were looking at this film as, it's a 2-hour film and it has this constipated father who is actually he loves his daughter deeply, but he doesn't have any vocabulary to say it. So irritation is his way of, being very affectionate. Lots of people are like that. They have no idea how to say a certain... So they will say, jhalla ke bolna, which means bahut pyar karte hain. Basically that. And Deepika also, because she is also so used to this back and forth, she also has no idea how to break out of that, irritation, calming down, irritation kind of cycle. And then comes Rana, this Irrfan, in this Rana Chaudhary character, who basically is always at an angle. He's like angular himself, and he's always at an angle with these two guys, and he's looking and saying, so we get a chance to observe them through the eyes of this man they are used to each other, right? But he's like completely befuddled ki ye log hain kaun? Who are these people? He clearly has never been at a Bengali dining table or a lunch table where they all talk about dyspepsia, they talk about antacids, they talk about the stomach, they talk about the alimentary canal. It's a huge Bengali thing. So I wanted to understand from you how you brought this very strongly Bengali thing into your script.
I think I said it loud and clear in the film that हर चीज़ में बंगालियों का copyright नहीं है. It's a national, international problem. It just doesn't belong only to Bongs while they want to claim it. I mean, good. But,
Homeopathy does.
No, homeopathy also. I mean, everywhere. I grew up in a household. My grandfather was like, the reason I know so much about poop is probably because I was seeing an old man going through his old age. Actually, it's got nothing to do with disease, really. It is just an aging process, and it happens. Your system does dry up. You do feel a certain way. You are you hold yourself back in a lot of things, and you're trying to find out if you're still relevant for everybody else in the family or not. And that forces you to behave in a certain way. It's not that your father wants you in the room 10 times in the day for some very meaningful work, but by just calling you 10 times, he's just making sure that you are there in his, that he is there in your vision. That you may have not gotten, you may not forget him in whatever stuff you're doing. It's just, how water is, it somehow finds its, कितने भी बड़े boulders हों, कितनी भी hard मिट्टी हो, फिर भी वो कहीं से रास्ता ढूंढ ही लेगा. That is what Bhaskar was. He was wherever trying to find his path. And in any family, I call it very normal family actually. अगर ऐसी चीजें नहीं हो रही, then the family is not normal, where you can say things openly, you can shout, you can scream. You don't have to come back and say, oh, I love you, baby, or, it doesn't matter. There's no pretense. And I was fortunate enough to grow up in a very busy, moody, temperamental household, and discussions would never end with whatever. So one is that observation, and one in general, I guess, when you see old people closely, you understand that, there's a lot that goes on in their head. So all of it perhaps came
Sutapa
from
wants
there.
to ask something.
No,
Yes,
not
yeah,
ask.
yeah.
I really, when she's saying it, I suddenly remembered that Irfan's family is not Bengali, but his mother was exactly the same attention seeker, and he kind of identified with that. She is a drama queen. She was a drama
it's your
queen.
insecurity. It's the insecurity of the
about
age.
affection. Also about affection. They feel left out.
Correct.
कि बाहर ही
I'm
लोग
saying-
क्यों
Yeah,
मानते हैं?
Shoojit,
No, I'm
we're
saying
waiting for you.
I'm saying wherever I go, wherever when the people meet me, and whoever has acknowledged Piku has said just one in every family. So it's like that, someone is there like him who is all the time like that. And another thing which I wanted to say, I'm saying I'm also a unqualified homeopath. I can treat a lot of people. So I do treat my dogs and everybody, all
Right.
around my house with homeopath.
Right. So we know, anytime anybody has a homeopathy question, we know where to come.
Even Irfan was not being a Bengali.
Yeah,
He never used. That was a big deterrent. How we couldn't find out.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
when about this disease I came to know, and we went and me and Irfan I think spoke a lot during this process last 2 years, and we knew each other a little bit more during this period because we had a lot of time to talk. So homeopathy was one of the discussions that I had with him also, as an alternate therapy. But we kept discussing, so he had certain things in mind. But one thing is, it's so wonderful that, we are laughing watching him. After, 2 years, he have passed away. But it's so wonderful that a film with him, we're all smiling and laughing and talking about him. So I think that's so wonderful.
Yeah. So, it's almost going to be 10 years. Next year, it's 2015, right? You must have been shooting a whole year before, so we're looking at a decade. I wanted to ask you, Shoojit, about when you were casting, and did you have any plan B? Did you have, for all these three, sort of key characters, did you have, or did you just know that you wanted them? That's all.
So to Bhaskar Banerjee, that's Mr. Bachchan, we had told him before writing the script itself, we are coming with this. So we had clearly an idea that it will be Mr. Bachchan and Irrfan. Rana's character, we wrote with Irrfan in mind. So he was already told about that, we are coming to you with certain this kind of a script and an idea. He kept on telling me, love story hoga. मैंने बोला मालूम नहीं. He kept on asking me, मतलब romantic होगा क्या? मैंने बोला नहीं sir, मालूम नहीं मुझे क्या है. कुछ होगा. So then when I read the scenes also, he was thinking कि कहीं romance होगा, मतलब कहीं
कुछ और हो जाएगा.
So मैंने बोला यार इरफान है नहीं ऐसा, मतलब तो कैसे है, मतलब तो मैंने बोला कपड़े अच्छे होंगे इसमें. You'll have very good clothes to wear, and Deepika होगी. अच्छा ठीक है. So only Deepika was an alternate thoughts that we had who to cast. That's where we had a debate a little. But between Irrfan and Mr. Bachchan, it was very clear before writing itself. We knew who was going to play those two cast. So yeah.
This is actually a good time for me to ask you this question. How did they respond to each other the very first time that they met?
Even I was nervous actually,
Yes.
because, both stalwarts from, handling them and how I'm going to handle them, So one of the first, and Irrfan is a kind of an actor who, like Sutapa said, who's not talk much, He will just sit there, he'll roll his cigarettes and, he'll say, Dada, bolo. So मैं उसको बोलता रहता, मैंने बोला ये है, इसका backstory ये है. And sometimes I would get tired. Means इतना बोल चुका हूँ, मैंने बोला इरफान और है नहीं आप बोलो. मैं क्या बोलूँ तेरे को कैरेक्टर के बारे में, और बोलता रहता reading, and he is reading the script. मैं उसको बोल रहा हूँ. He'll not talk. He'll not rehearse the way other actors will rehearse, like a proper rehearse. So he is a kind of an actor, which I've said many times, who with every take, he's more spontaneous. So with him you can go for 20 takes, 30 takes, you can go. And he's like a theatre actor. With every performance is different. And Mr. Bachchan is from a different school altogether, where everything is rehearsed. Even a comma, a full stop, everything, the breaks, sentence ke beech mein, not a single word missed. Irrfan also, he doesn't miss any word. He's also very particular about what exactly has to be said. But it's different. So now how to get them on the first day of the shoot, and it's the most important shot of the sequence where he is coming into the house and he asks him, hey, tum kaun hai? He's like, तुम driver है? बोलता नहीं मैं driver नहीं, मैं owner है.
Yeah. So, was Irrfan intimidated at all at the thought?
He asked me many questions. He asked me many questions about his process on the set. I said, no, he is not worried about anything. He will do his and you do. Don't worry. So मैंने बोला वो rehearse. मिस्टर बच्चन किसी के साथ भी रिहर्सल कर सकते हैं. उनको कोई भी खड़ा कर दो जो स्क्रिप्ट पढ़ना है सामने. Anybody. It doesn't matter. अगर एक्टर आ गया बहुत अच्छी बात है. अगर नहीं आया, he can rehearse with me or Juhi or anybody else. My assistant director also he'll rehearse with. So I'll tell you a small incident about that particular scene. So he comes in, he starts talking, and Bhaskar is again, he said, ye kaun hai, he humiliates him and all. He takes a license, license dikhao. So Irrfan took the license out, and we did one rehearsal. So in that, Irrfan कैमरे के बाद ही करता है जो करता है मोस्टली, कैमरा स्विच ऑन होने के बाद. उसके पहले वो पता नहीं कुछ करता रहता है वो. So anyway, he during the rehearsal, he gave the license, he was holding it on his right hand, I think so. And I think during the take, of course, he was improvising, so he took his and gave it on the left hand. And the take happened and Mr. Bachchan stopped. So he's so particular, he says, Irrfan, आप left hand से दोगे मुझे right hand से, because rehearse में आपने right hand से दिया था. तो इरफान को तो ये इरफान को लगा ये क्या हुआ. So नहीं सर आप बोलिए, अब मैं राइट हैंड से. तो मिस्टर बच्चन ने बोला कि नहीं आप राइट से भी दे सकते हो, लेफ्ट से भी दे सकते हो, मुझे कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, आप मुझे बता दो. क्योंकि रिहर्सल में आपने राइट हैंड से दिया था. So my body posture was like that. Right. So I was dealing with this. But finally I think Irrfan could gauge him that what he is. He used to sit there and watch him. After first day of this meeting, then he would just sit there and watch him perform, prepare. He has said also in many times, in many interviews, that अगर किसी को देखना है कि how an actor prepares, you see how Mr. Bachchan prepares, himself for the shot. So he will sit there and just watch him, and he will hours and hours he will rehearse. We used to shoot. एक ही साथ, with 10 minutes we'll shoot, 15 minutes or half an hour. Rest of the entire day we were just doing addabaji, nothing else, and just at the end of the day we'll shoot. So this was the first interaction, but I think they enjoyed their.
I was going to come to you.
The set, if you see all the scenes, they're so busy. The choreography. So I think the reason why he was, that getting comfortable on the set and just talking, chatting, moving around, all that was so important because, it's a house. Nobody has very pre-decided movements. But because the camera is following, so you need to know अपने घर में कौन सी चीज़ कहाँ है, table कहाँ है, कुर्सी कहाँ है. You need to get so familiarized with the entire set that it almost feels it's
your own home.
It's your own home. And I think that really helped, just being on that set for hours, just
So
being
did you
there,
shoot
chatting.
continuously? Did you linear? Was it or was it a back and forth?
A lot was linear, then maybe exterior was not linear, interior was linear. So then we did no, it was not as such that linear, but yes. I want to tell you about Irrfan, one important thing that while he was acting, one thing, I mean, he was always, he'll always come to me, मैं यहाँ पे ये कर सकता हूँ, कुछ काम कर सकता हूँ. मैं तो तू बार-बार मुझे क्यों काम करने के लिए बोलता है तू? So he was always little कि what I'm going to do with my hands. Like a lot of actors have, what I'm going to do hand. So if you, and I know very few actors who could be busy with work and also deliver and talk and, the lines. I wouldn't say lines, but as such. So he's one actor who could be busy with the work. Like, for example, if you see that electric room scene, he's busy, he's doing. If you give him some job, तो मैंने बोला कुछ नहीं है तो केले खा लो यार तुम यार या ये कर लो तुम ये अच्छा ठीक है मैं कुछ ये कर सकता हूँ मैं कपड़े फोल्ड कर लेता हूँ मैं आके थोड़ा सा इधर देख लेता हूँ हाथ में so he is one actor who has his hands full while he is performing so that was really very beautiful about that I learned from him while he was acting so now I make sure that people are busy with their hands.
Something.
Sutapa,
I wanted to come to you yesterday when we were watching The Namesake, and in that Irrfan plays Ashok Ganguly. He plays a Bengali character, and I remember you telling me that you were a little critical about his accent, right? This is Mr. Bachchan playing Bhaskar, and he's played Bhaskar. Remember in that long years ago when Anand, he was a Bhaskar here, and he's a Bhaskar here, and here's Rana, who's looking at this very Bengali man and not knowing how to gauge him. And then he clocks him. And then he said, quiet. He says, Sab shant ho jao. What was your response to this, to Rana's character? I know you're very hard to please. You're a very tough critic. And you were, you kind of, and he really...
I just thought he didn't look, but that's what happens. The story was such, it didn't matter to me. Bachchan Saab was perfect in his Bengali. He was I could identify this as a Bengali man, old man, but Deepika was not thickly Bengali accented. So this film was not about accents, So for me, it would have been fun for me. I'm sorry, Shoojit. But if he would have played the Delhi wala, like a teeny weeny bit in his accent.
His mother, his family does in any way. Irrfan's family is, I think, that family.
The mother and the sister.
Oh my God, that a Malviya Nagar kind of a place that in Delhi.
I mean, I'm saying as an actor, as a character, if you're playing a Delhi, and also against a Bhaskar.
I don't live very far,
but I'm not even saying overload of it. Not like
as a character, he completely wanted to disconnect with his roots,
background.
with his mother, with his sister, with his background, with this whole taxi setup. He never thought he belonged there. He belonged to Syed, to the tennis, to the sophistication in his mind. That's a different thing that he was running a taxi stand. So I think in his mannerisms, Rana was very non-Jat
actually. That kind of, very Jat. I mean,
हो
Shoojit
सकता है
will know
गलत
this.
परिवार में फंस गया हो ऐसा
नहीं लेकिन फिर भी क्या है ना पेन नहीं बोल पाते हैं I'm telling you, I have loads of friends in Delhi who are into this transition from this to that. वो कहीं ना कहीं slip होता ही है एक आध.
But Shoojit, you're a fake Bengal. You're a Delhi wala,
Yes,
actually,
I'm
right?
a Delhi wala. So all my films are Delhi. So because I'm from
that's
Delhi,
what,
I've grown up in Delhi.
Yeah,
I
so-
know these places, whether it's Vicky Donor, whether it's Lajpat Nagar or this or that.
Right.
Or in this film, how CR Park a Bengali
Colony.
how a girl like Piku will call for a taxi, you know, how a taxi wala will behavior कि इसके साथ नहीं जाना है, किसी और के साथ जाना है तो ठीक है. So all that, and how an accident happens, and you know how people come across that opening scene of Irrfan where somebody comes, ये देखो धक्का लगा दिया, ये कर दिया. So all that he's dealing with that, but I think it's not made for this job. I think he's something else. That's why I think he gets acquainted with. That's why he started loving Bhaskar and Piku, because of that. Possibly, maybe
he's a bit too elegant to be a taxi owner. Delhi wala bhi no.
Yeah, no. So it's a wrong business. That's why I'm saying he's in Dubai. He says that I was in Dubai. He was working, and he comes back.
Which him when he was thrown out of his job.
And so he comes here and he does whatever he was. Of course, he was not didn't belong to that family. Of course, from the first scene itself, you knew that he doesn't. You know. I remember that particular scene when in the house we were doing. So my brief to my art direction and cinematography was कि ये ऐसा घर है जहाँ पे गोभी का पराठा और बच्चे का सुसु का स्मेल एक साथ आना चाहिए. So ऐसा होता है ना घर के अंदर, इतना खिचड़ी chaos and उस पे चिल्ला चिल्ली चोरी ये वो क्या क्या ऐसा फीलिंग आना चाहिए. So I was happy that all the characters could do that.
उसका घर में तो बिल्कुल वैसा ही था. That exact combo you could have figured out the moment you stepped into that house with the mother.
50 गज वाला घर जिसके अंदर एक ही सीधा होता है, वैसे वाला.
Right. Absolutely. I also remember you saying when we were speaking about how you felt that Irrfan was like an oracle. You used that word, and I want you to tell us a little bit about that.
So it's like why I said that word oracle, or I would say, you know, that mystic element that, you know, we always look in art, you know, we want to see that. So Irrfan was an absolute representation of that mysticism. It's difficult to explain, you know, it's difficult to, mysticism को मैं समझा तो नहीं सकता हूँ कैसे, I can just feel it. So whenever he used to stand there, or even he will stare the camera, and he just brought a lot of calmness. There was a lot of calmness in my frames that I was looking into, the conversation, the character, even if it's a bug film. But, you know, what he brought was, that's why I said that, you know, I could see that oracle which is just there somewhere, you know, I found that in the film with Piku. So he becomes that. Of course, it's a Piku's film. Like at the end, when he asks, कि तो अब क्या करोगी? There was so much of calmness and understanding, and that possibly I'm going to be there all your life to take care of you, and you know, all that. There's a lot of things that comes from that, which I think while we are writing, we had that in mind, but we didn't know how to do that. He brings that. So that mysticism, you know, I could never. लोग बोलते हैं कि मुझे जब बोलते हैं कि सबसे बड़ा वैक्यूम क्या हुआ, मुझे लगा कोविड भी नहीं है. इरफान इज द बिगेस्ट वैक्यूम फॉर मी एट दिस मोमेंट. उससे बड़ा वैक्यूम अभी कुछ है नहीं. मैं कैसे उसको पूरा करूं, आई हैव नो आइडिया. बट that's the mystical element that I was talking about.
Right. And also, I think all of us, people here who've seen the film for the first time may have noticed this. And if people like me who've seen it multiple times, every time I see the way you've closed it, you know, the whole business about the badminton scene, and about, you know, when it just cuts off and you know that something is coming, and you know that there is a closure, you know that the house help comes, and the way she looks at him, and so you know that there is, but you also leave it like, will they not? So was that something deliberate, or was it something that you all thought about, this kind of lovely loosey-goosiness to that scene?
No, it was always the other, that there cannot be a definite end, because there is no definite end till we are there. So this is this family, Piku, Bhaskar, Rana, Syed, all of them. And we are seeing only this section of their life, this little 1 year or 6 months or whatever time frame. After that, it'll continue in some way. So it ends with, you know, there is no ending. There's no definitive thing to life.
Right.
Anyways.
But
No, it
okay.
was so that coming in of the maid and the badminton also was definite. It was planned.
that was, yeah, of course, that
Definitely it
was
was
planned.
planned that we will go. We will not define what the relationship is. That was sure in our head. In every scene, what we did, I mean, we thought that possibly something happens when she's seeing him off in Kolkata. He's going. He turns back. The way she looks at her. I mean, it's that friendship that it cannot be
Yes.
described, and it'll finally end up they being together. We don't know. I mean, there's some relationships are like that where you don't know where it's going to end up. So it was quite definite in terms of the plan.
Keeping it.
But we know that they got together, right? Right, everybody. Also, when he says "matha kharab hai kya," you say "shadi karoge." So I think bas gaya. Phir to that is it. They definitely. Shutapa, what did you think? You think they were got together?
I think they got together not in a so-called like marriage, and all that, but their friendship definitely continued, is what I felt. But I want to talk something about the oracle he's speaking about, because this has been 3 days and today is the last day, and we have watched Warrior, we have watched Kissa, we have watched Kareeb Kareeb Single, and what you are talking, I've watched it in every film. Like, you know what I mean? Like, even in Kareeb Kareeb Single, which is a light frothy, but even when there he's sitting on his own, I get that stillness which kind of penetrates in the film. It happens in Kissa very largely. It Warrior, it happens. So I get what you're saying, and to be he was very he was not so close to too many people. And I've realized this, that he became very close, like to Shoojit, to Anup, to Asif, everybody who have a spiritual thirst. Is that, that was his personality. He always became closer to people who are not looking at a mundane reality that's, slightly something else.
Sujit, you used to leave books for him, right?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
while he was during that period, basically last 2 years, I think I bought a lot of books from various places, from gurdwaras, from Ramakrishna Mission, from there, and I would leave those books. मैंने बोलता है इरफान टाइम मिले तो ऐसी एक पेज ऐसे पढ़ लेना. I remember one day I went and I told him I'm going to teach you something, some breathing exercises. So he said, हाँ आ जाना यार. So he took me to his bedroom. We sat together. We practiced some kind of something that which I do. We practiced, and he said, "Dada, London say for I'm doing it." So that was so beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, and also, he is one of the person, many, there must be many, but I did not have somebody who was so open to all religions. I really, like, JD, he would listen, and Bhatt Sahib had introduced him to Krishnamurti. So he would listen at nights. Osho, he would listen at nights. My father gave him Ramakrishna's books also, and he gave. And and he never ever, even the way you keep a book, this guy is faking or real. And again, living with an actor, I would know that. So, he had so much of respect for every religion. And he wanted to explore. It's not only respect in a way, but he wanted to explore क्या बोला होगा, उन्होंने क्या सोचा होगा, that kind of.
In fact, now that you say it, I did speak to a few people about his being Muslim and his identity as one. But I don't think anything defined him. I mean, he was not even a practicing Muslim, but he believed in a very larger sense. But there was never any specific kind of Muslimness to that. His essence was human. It was universal. That's why when his passing was like, I think that's why we all felt that's a little part of us had
A really fine human being.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
He was spiritual. He was generally a very, I mean, as he's speaking about religion, I mean, he was somewhere spiritually quite elevated in terms of it. That's why I said he brought so much of a calmness when he stood there on the set and the camera was switched on, and that's a requirement for an artist. to be calm and to be spiritually so much elevated, and so that translation happens. I mean, that's why we, as I said, that Rana was not Rana if he didn't come with that spiritual look, you know. So that's what he is. That's what he brought in, and I think, yeah, I miss him.
Great audience. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Shubhra. Thank you, Shoojit. Thank you, Juhi. Please stay back. We have a couple more films coming up. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone.
And I must say, Juhi, this is the first. There were so many questions on writing. So it's so wonderful to have you here. Really. Yeah.